All right. Let's see here. What up? What up? I do a check. Let's see here. I see there's people. I'm not seeing any fun. Are we good? I'll bring in the chat. See. Let's see here. I'm responding to Facebook. So just, hey guys. Going smooth. I'm breaking up. That's what happens when you're doing this from another location. I get it. That's what I kind of figured. All right. Let's see. Video looks all right, but the audio is messed up. The audio is not right. Is the audio good? Oh man. Am I still choppy? Let's get this figured out real quick. Lag. All right. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Videos. All right. Timeout. This is what happens when you don't have all emails too. It's in now. We're good again. Damn it. Okay. Bear with me. Just bear with me, guys. Something here. All right. Is it any better? I'm trying. Okay. Oh, the joy. All right. All right, are we good? Yeah, I love it. I hate when this stuff. Can you guys hear me? All right. All right, how about now? Yes, no? No one's saying anything. All right, give me a second. Give me a minute. Now. Am I good now? Can anybody hear me? Anything? This is so fun. Anna, we good? Can you hear me? about now? Can you guys hear me? I don't see anybody saying anything, so I need to know. Sing a song. I am not going to sing. No one's saying anything. People are still saying still choppy. Because I'm not hearing anything. Not anything different. I guess we ain't doing a live show tonight. Yo. I'll keep trying. How about now? Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Yes, no. Can you guys hear me? Keep talking consistently. I am talking consistently. Doing live on location. Is send better delayed. It's delayed. I don't know what's and choppy. I guess we just want to do a show tonight. How about now? I wonder if it has anything to do with this. I mean, now. Going in and out. Okay. I don't know. Both sets of earpods, fancy beats, and I'm not. How about now? Are we good? Going in and out. Everybody keeps saying it. Fucking send it. You know, if I turn the music off, because let's see. That's over on this side, but I'm getting chat over here. So, how about now? Nope. In and out. No bueno. It's laggy. Choppy. I don't understand. If you're in here, you sent me some faulty beats. I wonder why it's doing that. Fun stuff. Should we just end it? I mean, if it's anybody's time. So if I need to just am a home, tell me, and I don't know. I've tried everything, and my videos, I'm hearing everything fine on my end, choppy. So should we just end it? I just need to know. You must have hey, John Little, come on now. Are we good or not good? I need to know now or keep going. We got 24, 29, 30 people. It may just be me. Yeah. See, I don't understand that. you guys are funny. Someone to throw some chats up and tell me if I should keep. Should I not? What should I do? Or maybe I should bring. Does anybody want to come in? And I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying everything here. Who? I will send them a link. Yes or no? Let's try something here. Interesting. Okay. There must be something. It's got to be something audio because that's my end. Okay. Let's try something here. Anybody want to come in and let's just see if it. No? I mean, as you can clearly see. So. End it. Mm-hmm. All right, bring someone in. Now I'm. Hold up. Hold on. Hold on. All right.
What's up?
How are you, everybody?
I'm good.
So, is the audio that bad?
So on the video it was. Talk again. Let me see if I'm hearing you through Restream.
I was gonna say, if you're hearing me through, then we're good. If you're not, then there's definitely the headphones.
So it's still choppy on your end. It's not as bad through Restream, but it's and there some of the people in the comments are saying that that it could be your mic clipping, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Worse now.
Say what now?
Better or worse now?
So this is what I heard. Better or worse?
Wow. Okay.
And it, like whenever you said better, it was clear as day, and then as you went to say worse, it cut out.
Something with this.
I think so. Maybe take your headset and move it like away from your head to where it's not so close to your mouth. You're using your laptop, right? Or no? iPad.
All right, is it?
No.
I don't get it because I'm probably just gonna have to get.
Wait.
I'm gonna have to get what?
So now I can hear you, but your voice is like it's like somebody's got you by the balls right now. It's like you're an octave higher in your voice pitch.
Oh my god!
But I can hear you. Like I just heard everything you just said. Oh my god.
Okay.
No,
You can't hear me at all?
Yes, but now it sounds like you're way away from your headset. Get a little bit closer, or bring your headset in your hand or something. There you go. Talk.
How about now?
Yes.
So you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Is it bad or good?
So I can hear you. Nope. It sounds like you, but now there's like a 5-second delay. So like I see, it's kind of like a Japanese movie. I see your mouth moving, and then I hear the audio. Yeah.
All right. How about now?
I can hear you. Keep talking.
Okay. Is it same? Am I high pitched?
It's still up a little bit. It's not like a chipmunk, like somebody's got you by the nuts, but.
Oh my goodness! I tell you what, people are saying the chat's not even coming through now, which.
Yeah, see, the chats weren't going through good at all a while ago.
All right. Are they going through now?
I couldn't tell you. All I see is the restream box.
I'm a
Can everybody hear me? Like, is my audio clear? Can they hear me or not?
I mean, I can hear you just fine.
I wonder if it's got something to. Are you on your laptop or your iPad?
iPad, because this is how I've done it before when I've traveled. Any issues till now.
Right.
So, John Little said he can hear you here.
He can hear me clearly?
Uh-huh.
And your iPad don't have a microphone on it, does it?
It does far away. So if I and okay. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me clear?
Yes, but there's a delay.
So this is no ear pods, no nothing. This is directly right.
And you're changing the audio in Restream
Yep.
for the speaker for your microphone in your iPad.
Yes. Yes.
That's wild.
I know. And it says it's picking up my voice just fine, but I don't know why I see a lag at all.
I don't know. Can you hear me right now or no? You still there? You still there, Jason? He froze. Oh no. Did he kick me or am I still live on Tint'er Tuesday?
There are 3. There should be 3. Is it better?
I mean, I can hear you now, but there's still that. It's like a 5-second delay on it.
5-second delay,
roughly.
Which is
like just say hey. He froze again. Jason, come back. Baby, come back.
Are you there, Haas?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What whenever you open up your settings, oh,
This is dumb. This is dumb.
wait, I can hear you.
I can't hear a thing.
I can hear you. I hear you.
Audio. It's on. You can hear me? You can.
Yes. And it's
I can't
clear.
hear you. I can't hear you.
Why?
Oh my gosh. This is
I
dumb.
can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear. I can hear that.
All right, so you can hear me now?
Yes.
And I'm not laggy or anything?
No.
So I'm good. Okay. He said, oh my goodness. All right. So it's clear. I'm not laggy. It doesn't sound any weird or anything like that. Like I'm good.
There's a small like weird delay, but I can't tell if it's voice or video.
Okay.
But
So
you're coming through clear.
okay, so if I remove this, let's see. If I remove the source, how's that now? Is that better or worse?
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. All right. So let me see if the chat. So there's no chats showing up at all.
So the chats aren't updating.
There's nothing there. Unless everybody just said fuck him and left. which hey, by all means, I mean I don't blame them. I mean, you know, when you're trying to do this you know, without all the right equipment and I'm trying to just keep the show going, you know, every week, this is what happens. But
I think one thing you should maybe do is get a Rode mic.
You know, I thought about that and I was looking into it and I'm probably going to end up doing that.
or
And
a Hollyland. I use the Hollyland. What is it? It's made by Hollyland Lark 150. They just come out with a new one, but basically it has a line out. It's a wireless mic, right? It's got a
okay,
line. It's got a box that plugs into your headphone jack,
okay.
and it uses that. The only thing is, like, you would have to figure out a way to get your audio to your ear. That'll
I
be
could
your
probably
biggest
figure.
downfall.
No, I think I can probably figure that out. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but I know they make some mics that work, so I'll look into that. But I'm
I
coming in
definitely
clear
think
now.
yes,
Okay.
100% perfect.
All right. All right. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt your evening.
No, you're good.
All right. So for some reason, I don't know what's going on with the chats. Because I don't know if anybody's typing anything because nothing is showing up over here at all. There's
Pull it
nothing
up
there.
on your phone.
Yeah, watch. I'll show you. So there's nothing there. I got one person saying they're loyal. John Little. He's like, I'm loyal. I'm staying in it till he clear. Um, so if you guys are on YouTube, if anybody's still there, send up a chat and see if this is working because it was fine. I was seeing everything, and now the chat is like completely gone. So I don't understand. I don't understand.
Look, I'm just glad I'm not the only person that has problems with live streaming.
Hey, you're not. Even matter of fact, Patrick Lavin was having issues earlier this week with
Yeah.
his headgear. And
Yeah.
all right, so someone just messaged me and said they're on YouTube, but for some reason we see the chat, but you don't. So they are chatting on YouTube, but for some reason I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. See, before I came on live, it wasn't showing up. Like it wasn't updating the chat on that screen over there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what to do with the chat. I don't know why it's
Can
doing that.
Can you pull the chat up on your cell phone?
That's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm going to see because at least if I can see what people are saying,
Right.
then it's okay. So let's see. Hey Haas, thanks for coming in, buddy.
You're welcome, pal.
Ah man. At least I got one loyal friend out there that'll help me.
Heck yeah.
All right,
Heck
so
yeah.
let's see here. Put it on the phone. Okay. It's working. Oh, we're trying. Okay. Don't worry about the chat. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing the chat now. I'm just not seeing it on here. So I think I'm good. Haas is a hero. So Billy Murray said you're a hero for coming in and kind of
I didn't
getting this thing.
I didn't really do anything other than tell you that it sounded like somebody had you by the nuts.
Hey,
That's all.
that's fine. I mean, shit happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound like that by all means, but it is what it is. So, all right. So I wonder. Okay, I can switch that over. Hey, hi. Welcome to the fucked up live stream. All right. Well then, all right. Let's do this, Haas. You're already on here. I don't want to take away from your evening. Trying to text you. I'm kind of reading the comments here. So, guys, if you're in, I apologize, but look, I'm seeing the comments. They're showing up right here. I'm just gonna have to watch my own live stream, I guess, because they're not showing up over here. So, anyways, well, hell, let's just do this. I already kind of did the intro, and I feel like it was a shitty intro, but that's all right. Anyway, so let's chit chat, and if anybody else wants to come in, I do have a link to bring people in if you guys are interested. Everybody, see now, everybody's texting me going, the chat is working, so don't worry about it. Blah blah blah. Da 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 da. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about last week, man. Houston.
fantastic time.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the group of people
No.
at Autobahn. I mean, and everybody knows that when I do this show, it's a non-brand specific thing. Like when I bring people on, it's about that person and what they're doing in the industry and stuff like that. But let me tell you something. Not only did everybody just greet me like family, but they treated me like family. I mean, I walked in and everybody was just like, "Hey," and I'm like, "This is different," because you walk into somewhere and everybody's like, "Oh, it's the fucking new guy." You know what I mean? And and I didn't want to come across as like. So here's my thing. I tried not to be Tint'er 3 when I walked in there because I tried to be more, reserved and just kind of. But then everybody started like acting their normal way, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. So I started, being myself more and more, and everybody was just like, this is it, this is it. And I'm like, okay, this is fun. I like this. But I got to see you. I mean, we haven't seen each other since Tinder Battles. My pal
Yep.
came in. Shadow was there. A couple of other guys that I met for the first time, and oh my god, just such great people, and a great time. And I had an absolute blast. It was last minute for me to come out there too because I just got back from Florida. I literally had like a week to get things situated to get out there to Houston. Then I came home. I had literally 3 days before I ended up here, and it's just been nonstop for me. But
Heck yeah.
Houston, Texas, hot as fuck, but the people were fantastic.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic.
Hey, so I
What
know
else?
I know it's not a brand specific show, obviously, but now that you actually get paid by a brand, how does it feel?
Now wait, hold on now. Now hold on.
What?
So here's something. I never thought I'd be working for an actual brand. Never. This
Yep.
is something that, you got guys who've been in the industry and they've been installers and or shop owners or whatever. This was like the next. I hate to use the term milestone, but it's like the next step in my career in the industry. And when Kratz and Dillinger reached out to me, I was just like, this has got to be a joke. At first I was like, this is a joke. Dillinger's playing a joke on me, and he pulled Kratz in on it and was like, watch this. We're going to get him. Watch this. But there was no joke. We talked, and it was just everything kind of fit right. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. And matter of fact, just Friday. So I got back Thursday. Friday, I've already got 3 people literally about to sign the line and jump on with Autobahn. So the first day I was home. So
No.
pretty crazy. It's been fun. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So no complaints. No complaints at all. So let's see here. Left Facebook so you can see the comments on here. I'm okay. So everybody's like leaving. And I'm catching up on the comments since I can't see him here, but I can see him here.
Yeah.
So, man, let's give Dillinger a little rough. I mean, let's give him a little rough in here.
Well,
So,
those 10-foot doors in every room of his
yes,
house.
yes. All right. So, if anybody saw Haas's stories or any of my stories or anybody that was down there for, I call it Autobahn Week because basically we were there for all week for Autobahn. Dillinger decided to invite a couple of us over to his house on Sunday evening, and actually Sunday afternoon into the evening. What do you have, like 3 or 4 18 packs of Corona or something like that?
Yeah.
And then they had Mexican restaurant. I think it was, what was it, Poblanos or something like that,
No, it was Papacitas.
or Papacitas. That's it. And anyways, his wife, God bless her soul. I mean, she came, she went and picked up all the food. And when you get to go stuff, it's all in plastic containers and stuff like that. Now, me and you were sitting there, and she comes out, and everything's on like nice platters, and,
On a silver platter.
like bougie shit, right?
Yeah.
And me and you were sitting there, and we laughed, and you like, you looked at me and said, you know damn well if this was at my house, it'd be in plastic containers. I'm like, you damn right. You damn right. And so, you know, we got to hang out and go swimming. And I mean, we were talking about all sorts of stuff. And then the beer started kicking in. Then we started getting a little stupid and jumping and yeah. Then we were playing we were playing pig and horse with the basketball and everything. It was just a great time. And I sincerely want to say thanks to Dillinger and his wife for, you know, inviting us over. And, you know, the hospitality at that house was just fantastic. But
yeah,
was it you or Mike Powell that walked into the house first?
Mike.
It was Mike. Okay. So Mike Powell walks in and he literally opened the door, and then he comes back out and he's like, man, did you guys see the 10-foot doors that Dillinger has on his house? And I walked in and I was just like, wait, what? I was like,
it's huge.
I opened he's got like big old, you know, bolted ceilings and all this stuff, and he's got fancy light switches and everything. And I'm like, so this is what Autobahn pays you.
he even had a stick. He had a stick that was connected to the light switch so his dog could turn the lights on and off.
Yes. Yeah, there was like it was like that long coming off the switch. It's so funny.
I never seen anything like that before.
No, it was super fun. We had a lot of laughs and good time and stuff like that. And God, I mean, we were there. I think we got there about noon-ish, somewhere around there.
I think it was around 1 o'clock, and then I think we left at like 12.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, it was a good time. But hey, let's talk about. I mean, since you're an Autobahn dealer and everything, let's talk about their facility. You talk about very nice, very clean, great training room, and the lights and everything, like all that was set up. It was just spot on. What?
No.
No, wait, hold up. I already know where you're going with this. I already know. You're going with the trash cans. It's the trash cans. I get that because you come from that shop that has efficiency.
It wasn't even about the trash cans by the pillboard. It wasn't about the trash cans by the pillboard.
Go ahead.
So I walk in and I have a drink that I got from the hotel room for the ride over. Right. Get there, I finish my drink.
Yes.
And I go looking for a trash can to throw my drink away, like just an office trash can. And I'm like, looking all over the place, couldn't find one. Could not find one. Finally, one of the girls come around, and I was like, "Hey, y'all got a trash can in here?" And, oh yeah, it's right over here. And there was literally like a one that you would have in your bathroom.
In your bathroom, yes.
Like a little 3-gallon trash can. Yep. Little, teeny tiny. Within the next hour, that trash can was full, just from candy wrappers and a couple of drink bottles.
Absolutely.
So I made a comment about a trash can, and I don't know, 5-10 minutes later, here come David Kratz with his personal office trash can. And he was like, "Where would you like it, sir?"
Right here.
Right here beside my desk, please.
right here. Yeah, and
it was even one of those nice ones that had the little foot pedal. You push the pedal and the lid pops open for you.
Okay, but besides the trash can,
it was a fantastic area, fantastic facility. Yes,
it was still a great facility all around. The conference room. I mean, you know, we're the whole staff. All their offices and everything. Like everything was just really well presented for the company. And let me tell you something, man. They had donuts, and then Tintwiz brought donuts and coffee delivered the same day. Then they had Chipotle. They had McAllister's for lunch. I mean, they made sure we had food. They made sure we had coffee. They made sure, you know, we had waters because, I mean, it was super hot. I mean, way humid, super hot in Houston. And they just made sure everybody was taken care of. And you talk about going above and beyond, you know, for their dealers and their employees. It's just really good. I was very impressed.
Oh, that was going to work.
No, you're good. I'm reading comments. Well, see, it flips you on my screen, but you probably don't see it.
Well, no, it flipped, but I couldn't see everything else on the screen. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. Man, hey, anything else you want to like throw out there real quick? I think there's I don't know if anybody else wants to come on. Uh I'm getting no kind of feedback. I don't think anybody wants to do this anymore. I
well,
think I
I'm here
think
for you, buddy.
I know you are, and I appreciate it. I think it's just because of I'm working off of an iPad because that's all I can really travel with. It's really hard because I don't have a fancy setup like Patrick Batman does on the travel
Yeah.
side, and I'm depending upon where I'm at, depending upon if service is good, and on top of that, if the hotel's Wi-Fi is worth the damn. I mean, it kind of throws everything for a loop. So
Whatever
it's hard to do.
setting you have it set on right now, like it's spot on now. So
I don't even know what I did. I was literally just going through and changing things, and I just kept going back and forth on the audio. But I mean, what do you do? You know. Anyways, so I'm doing my best. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it lightly, but there's a lot of people out there that they give me a hard time, and that's fine. I mean, I can take it. I mean, I sat here
yeah,
for a good 25 minutes before any of this really started going. But the thing is this is so hard to do, and everybody thinks it's so easy that you're just click a button and
no,
you're up and running. But I don't think anybody realizes what goes on in here,
yeah.
and it takes a lot, and
Well,
especially
see,
with me traveling, it's even harder to do.
yeah.
So,
Well, see,
but it
luckily
is
with
what it
your
is.
stuff, like you run everything to like strictly through Restream to where I've got this and then that over here, and then I've an electronic board, and
Right, right,
like
yeah.
I
Let's see
could
here.
leave my shop for 2 hours and come back without touching anything and try to do a live stream again, and there'd be something messed up on it.
Right, yeah. I'm reading chat since I can't see him over here anymore. So,
Anybody talking
which
or
is
no?
crazy. Yeah, I mean, people are saying stuff. Mitchell Hall, he said something about Tinder battles. Jordan is let's see here. See, I would join, but my service is shady, of course, because he's out in the sticks. Mitchell Hall says, any advice on me getting a GrafTech 64-inch plotter? I mean, I know they're out there. I just don't know what the shipping and I don't know. Do you know anything about the plotters? Like, are they behind or anything like that?
I've heard that the large format plotters, the 64, the 72, the bigger ones, I've heard that they are kind of on back order. People are having a hard time getting them, and if you do find them, they're like in price. So
Let's see if I can do something here. Yep. See, it won't even let me post a link to connect. It won't even let me post
wow.
it. Yeah, I don't understand. Someone said something. Post a link. I think it was Billy Murray. Post a link, but there's nothing there. Here, I tell you what. I'm gonna I'm gonna do something. Stay right there. Um, don't leave. No, I'm just playing. You're the one that's making this probably go smooth, and I don't. It is what it is. Let's see here.
I'll take credit. You're
You'll
welcome.
take it. Thank you. I appreciate it. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be like, who knows what else. Let's see if I can get Billy Murray in here. I sent him the link. Let's see if he wants to join in. Oops. Nope. Stop. Stop. Text it to me and I'll post it. I already did. Let's see, Mitchell Hall. Derek said, let's all talk smack about Haas. I think he misses you in my mind.
Well, I would imagine if nobody else would touch a old school Honda hatchback CRX, you know. I don't think you
Especially
want to talk about the only guy that actually did it, bro. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, this is also coming from someone who was rolling around the shop the whole time. So, I mean, we can sit there. He can give you shit all day long, but I mean, let's really
Right.
talk about Derek here.
Right.
Derek said, "I've heard most, most." Derek also said, "I've heard most dinners like Raptech, PPF installers like Roland." Let's see here, Mitchell Hall. I'm going from Jaguar 40 to the new Raptech 64. Got it in stock at Expel for 72.50, I guess. Autobahn window tinting. We've had a Jaguar VLX 72 and 40 and for 6 years and have never had any problems. Hunter Lloyd is just laughing at both of us. Derek just said, I do miss him, and I just bought a 1990 CRX SI. Laughing my ass off. It still needs a full retint. So, I mean, there's a lot that we can do. Billy Murray just joined in. Give me a second, Billy, and I'll bring you in here. I'm just catching up on some chats here. Let's bring Haas. You got time, or do you need to bounce, dude?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Haas, you're still using the Titan 2, correct?
So I have 3 plotters. I have a SC2, which is US cutters, and then I've got a Titan 2, which is US cutters, and I also have a Jaguar, the same one that Autobahn window tinting just talked about. The what is it, LVX or something like that?
The BLX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jaguar is a 40-inch, and the other 2 are 52-inch. The SC2 is in contingents to be sold right now. So
that's right. Yeah, which I've got someone that's possibly going to be buying that one from you. So just be patient on that.
Good.
Mr. Welch says I have a Jaguar relabeled as a Muto. Is it Muto?
Yeah.
Muto. Yeah.
Muto.
It's a beast, honestly. Yeah. All right, let's bring Billy Murray, dude. He's got a whole studio down in that corner, and he's got the headset, the mic right in front of him. He's got the nice background, and here it's my show, and I got this. So, and now he's down there in the corner laughing his ass off right now. So let's bring Billy Murray in. And hello, Billy. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, guys. How are y'all doing tonight, man?
Oh my God,
what's up, Billy?
You hear that? But I tell you what, this is what makes live streaming is when you've got the mic and the headphones and everything. You know, when you do it like what I'm doing it currently, it's not the greatest, and we all know that. But this is why, right? Oh, right
hey,
down here.
It's a two-way street, bro. You're pretty entertaining, man. I'm not as entertaining as I am just like cut and dry, man. You're super entertaining, bro.
No, I am zero entertainment. I am zero entertainment.
Why do you think you brought me on?
And it's pretty entertaining, bro.
Well, I tell you, Billy, me and you've been kind of out of the mix of each other. We caught up the other day really quick. Was it like a week and a half ago or whatever? We caught up like super quick because I was actually getting on a plane. And I said, hey, let me contact you when I get home and everything. I definitely want to get you on a show and have you as an actual guest on the show whenever we got time. So me and you need to
sometime, brother.
Talk about that because I know you got the snap tip up and running, right?
The pre-launch deal is so there's an early access group that is up and going. And then August 1st will be the full public launch. So
gotcha. So what we'll do is probably because I think I'm full through August. I think September, if you're around, I would love to get you on and get that going.
Shoot you. It'd be fun, man.
I was actually supposed to have Bruce with True Spray on, but because of me being here and not having all the equipment and everything like that, I said, hey, can we postpone it so your show is like really, legit? And he's like, absolutely. So this was kind of like spare the moment. And I was like, hey, if anybody wants to come in, jump in, whatever, and we'll talk. Let's see here. I got to catch up.
I'll have to make a guest appearance down in your studio for that one, man.
That would be cool.
I mean, say less. I mean, you're not far from me, so
I'll bring some of the lights and stuff, man. I got these awesome lights like back here. These big LED lights. that are like full
Yeah.
RGB and like all sorts of like color Kelvin stuff. They're pretty neat lights, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, because you built that display, right? Or did you
Yeah,
buy it and redo
this one
it?
I bought, I painted, and I put lights in it. So
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see here. Everybody's saying that Billy looks legit. Of course he looks legit. I mean, look at him. I mean, come on.
we're Window Film Pros, bro. I mean,
Well, hey, I got Tintwiz.
See?
I mean, Tintwiz is on here, so you know.
yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up. Mitchell Hall. How much would it cost for someone to come to my shop and do a PPF class? I'm getting the GrabTech to use for PPF mainly, and the Jaguar for tint. So I know there's a lot of people out there that do traveling. I mean, I don't do PPF training, but there are people out there that do PPF. I would just hit up all the Facebook groups and ask, but
Oh yeah, there are probably plenty of folks who are willing to travel, man.
Absolutely. I mean, look at me. I think this.
Sometimes for all the best ones, you got to go to them, man. But that can be worth
Yeah,
it too.
I know Billy Ellis is doing the classes now on PPF training,
and he's doing pretty regular, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he is. I think he's doing them every other week or something like that, I believe.
Yeah.
He's doing quite a bit. Yeah, he's doing
Mike,
really well.
I would definitely look into that.
Yeah, so Mitchell, man, dude, he's not that far from you. Billy, he's not far. So I would definitely get a hold of Billy and be like, hey, what would it take? Matter of fact, I think you just go up to his class, to his shop. He does a lot of fancy cars. I didn't know Billy was okay. That's perfect. Yeah, absolutely, Mitchell. Get a hold of Billy Ellis, and because I know he absolutely does training classes. Absolutely. I believe we got someone else that wants to come in. Give me 1 second, guys.
It's party night, man.
We're just
can your internet hold it?
It's not my internet. We'll see. We'll see.
Did you want me to post the link in the chat or not, or post it? See who else to come in?
No, let me just get this over to him real quick, and we'll kind of go from there. Let's see here.
You can have like 400 people on Restream, can't you?
You can have up to 10. I think you can have.
If you got the pockets, people. Man, you can have as many as you want. I'm sure, man.
He works for Autobahn. Definitely got the pockets.
Yeah, didn't you get a Ferrari?
No.
Bougie AF, bro.
Hey,
bougie boy.
Just because. No. That's
that was awesome. That was awesome, though, dude.
Was
great timing on it too, man.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. So the thing is I was flipping through TikTok last week, and I came across that filter, and I was like, oh no, that's funny as shit. And so I did it, and so I've seen people do it, saying, oh, I just got this car, blah blah blah. The problem is when they're doing the video, they're showing the floorboard, and I'm like, your feet aren't there. So either you're really fucking short or your legs are crossed in the seat, right? So I made sure that when I was turning the camera around, it wasn't catching. And it was super funny. But let's see if I can get this guy in
over here now, man.
Am I getting chats over here?
Some chats just popped up, dude.
Hey, we're starting to get chats in here.
There they are.
Ah, man, I don't know. I think it was Billy. Maybe Billy saved it on that one.
It's the mic, man. It's the mic.
It's something that for damn sure. But that's all right. I love it, man. I mean, anything that we could make this run smoother, I'm okay with. Absolutely. Let's see here. Now I got to catch up. Let's see if any of there's chat that I missed. Someone said not the F word. I can say fuck or Ferrari. They both have an F. Fuck it. Anyways, what do you guys want to talk about? I mean, you got two awesome people right here. So now that the chats are coming in, if anybody's got something they want to talk about, please bring it in the chats. Billy is a vessel for progress. See, look at that.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh,
Shady J, man. Forward thinker, man.
So now I can turn this off. I'm waiting on this next person. They said they're getting their headphones, working on headphones is what they're saying. So I'm just waiting.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Nope. Do what you guys got to do. If you guys got to bounce, whatever. This is like an open mic to talk about whatever, and yeah, it is what it is, yo. Let's see.
Hey, can I bring up my thing in December or no?
Can you bring up what?
My charity event in December.
Absolutely, dude. If there's anything you want to put out there, put out there.
Okay, so for the ones that's watching, if y'all paid attention last year, there was 14 window tinters that come to my shop last December. I did a cars and coffee event on a Saturday morning. We raised $5,000, brought in 1,000 toys to go towards Toys for Little Tots.
Is there anything?
Or excuse me, Toys for Little Troops. So basically, we're going to do that again this year, but this year it's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be December 10th and 11th. So make sure you write that down on your calendar if you want to join in on the awesomeness. Jason's going to be there. Dave Dillinger's going to be there. David Kratz is going to be there. I'm not sure if Faisal's coming. Audubon has already said that they would provide the film for the 2 days. And basically what I'm doing is when customers come in, if they purchase the entry-level film, they will get the mid-level. If they purchase the mid-level, they get the premium. And all the profits will go to Toys for Little Troops, which is a nonprofit organization that started from U.S. Veterans Corps. And basically they would take the toys that they brought in and would distribute them out to the kids of soldiers that were deployed overseas. Well, they started getting so many toys in that instead of just keeping it within the military family, they then started dispersing these toys out to the lower income housing areas of the local towns around here, to the kids that were less fortunate, families that were trying to, just barely being able to keep the lights on and stuff. So, what if they purchased the premium? Didn't have anybody complain about that. Everybody that bought the film last year, I'm replying to the Shady J's comment.
Oh yeah.
But it's going to be an awesome time. We're going to do the cars and coffee again on the 10th. That's a Saturday. We're going to have a food truck called Ugly Mug Bean and Brew or something like that. But they have awesome food. They have a ton of different coffee variations, very bougie like. I see that, Jason. I can see chats here.
I'm okay. So I'm not. I put that because people were asking on Facebook if I could see them, and I could see them on my phone, but for some reason they're not coming up on here. But I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'm kind of laughing because the person that's coming in is down here on my side, and they're just laughing and they're just like doing this, like, let's go.
And so, real quick to finish it out, the 10th is going to be the cars and coffee. More main. It's going to be more around like men and guys, cars. Not that women can't be there, but we're going to do a family day on Sunday. So we're going to have bounce houses for the kids. We're going to have some other little local business, small businesses that are going to bring up and pop up tents and stuff and sell stuff like paparazzi and those types of little things. And we're also going to have a Santa Claus is going to make a guest appearance for all the kids to hang out with as well. So my goal this year for this event is to do $10,000 in money to go back to Toys for Little Troops. Fingers crossed. I will have my second part of the shop. Not going to say that it will be completely upfitted. It will be upfitted enough to do window tinting inside, pill boards. All I got to do is make one phone call and I'll get all the tanks I want. So there'll be tanks, pill boards. Of course, there will be drift demo. Yeah, Mitchell, that would be awesome. But the police department would hate me.
Hey, is there any way if you need extra help to get some of that done that folks can come out like a day or two early to maybe help you get it all done? Or
I mean, it's possible. The biggest thing right now is I'm still waiting on a garage door. I did have the owner of the property. They had somebody else actually come out this time and measure, and they are supposedly working on getting a door for that other spot. So fingers crossed. As soon as that is done, I will start doing all of the cool stuff inside that new spot to get it up and running.
So that is, you said December 10th and 11th?
That is correct.
Yes.
I'm going to also work on a local hotel here to try to get some discounted rates for groups. And I will have a cutoff line. That way I know, and the hotel knows how many rooms they need to reserve for us. I haven't started pushing it yet as far as like throwing it out there that we're doing it on these dates. I'm just kind of starting to let, some window tinters know. That way, if they do want to come down to North Carolina and help out, that would be stupid awesome. We had a great time. Tabitha, her husband, James, he cooked steaks for all of us last year. It's already been talked about that he's going to cook steaks again this year and baked potatoes. So it's going to be an awesome time.
What's up, gentlemen?
Thank you for letting me talk about that, Jason.
No, you're good, dude. Put that stuff out there. That's the whole point of the show. Welcome, Tim.
What's up? What's up, buddy?
Dude, check out the get up, man.
I know.
You even got the Tint'er Tuesday shirt on.
And I wore it all. Hey, I wore it all day too. It wasn't just put it on
Tuesday, man.
On the show. That's right.
That's crazy, man. He's look. If you guys look at the whole screen right here, you got one guy that's on the iPad with the whole setup. You got two guys on the bottom that have like specific setups with everything, and then you got Haas, and he's vertical.
Look at the coloration too, bro. Like we're all like brown and warm colors, and they're all like grays and like sharp colors, man.
I can make it. I can make me.
Oh, there you go.
I can make me even brighter. Look, I got.
Oh, he's got
remote.
He's got the whole.
My lights aren't that nice. I have an app on my phone I can use, but it's easy just to turn them on and be like, poof.
Yeah, no, that's just the new light I got.
Poof. So, Tim, dude, how are you? What's going on? What's news? Anything you want to share with the whole group here and the whole like two people that are still watching?
Yeah, it must have been my. Man, I've been super slow in tint, but I've been super busy in embroidery because I have the t-shirt company too. So
that's right. You've been super slammed. Yep, T-Town t-shirts. You've been doing very well with that.
I probably shouldn't be on here because I probably should be hitting the button, but whatever. Well, these hats.
It'll be there when you get off.
Yeah, well, these hats that I'm doing, they take about 30 minutes a piece to do. With only having one machine. And I have 50 of them to do. So 50 of them, yeah, in a half hours, 8-hour days, that's a few days worth of time.
Yeah,
time to up that machine game, bro.
Yeah, I blame you though, Haas, because you told me to get the machine and it hasn't stopped moving yet. I swear it was. It was on.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
I didn't know to get it, but I do need another one. I need more room though. I need a shop.
I thought you did have a shop.
I mean, my garage, yeah.
There you
garage.
Go. So just make the front end of it as your production side, or is it big enough?
If I got rid of the big ass toolbox in there, I could. But like now, I'm in the air conditioning, embroidering. I'll be out in the sweating my ass off outside.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. All right. So what else is going on in the industry that I don't know that maybe someone may know that one of us doesn't know, or I mean. We got the Window Tint Conference coming up soon in September. Who's all going? Are you guys going?
I am not going.
It was iffy, and I'm like, I'm going, man. We're even having for the Window Tinters United group. We're doing a little panel for the Window Tint Facebook meetup group. We're doing a panel of a few pros. I think we're going to have 3 people up there, and there'll just be a chance. We'll have a little PA with a little basic microphone, just something inexpensive that Billy Aiton's bringing. But yeah, we'll have a little panel, man. There'll be a chance to kind of get together and ask questions of those few guys, in a little bit more of a person like their in-person setting. We've got 1 hour for it, so I figure we can at least get 45, 50 minutes of questions in. So
that's
absolutely
awesome.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I was talking to Eric the other day about it, and he messaged me or whatever, and I was like, yeah, they need to move stuff more north. Indiana, I could go to those types of things.
I'm hoping one day we can have like regionals, man. Like I think that would be awesome. To have like regional events around the area, around the country would be awesome.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, Tint'er Battles has been in Houston, Florida, and now it's in Florida again. You got Window Film Conference was down in Florida last year, and now it's in San Antonio. It's like Tim was saying, everything's kind of staying south.
Well, if they come to Colorado, nothing's going to get done.
Well, that's true.
a bunch of tinners come to Colorado and buy all the legal weed they can, and nothing gets done.
Oh my
dude.
God! You'll see hundreds of window tinners sitting around with the damn munchies all day long.
Food trucks everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
3 cars and 100 food trucks, man.
It'll be who can eat the fastest? That's what it's going to be. Yeah.
Can you eat a burrito while you're in the car?
Exactly. Yeah.
You can drink beer.
But, I kind of would like to see if the window tint conference could move around to different areas instead of staying more south to give everybody else a chance to go, because it is hard to get to when you're a shop owner and you're just slam packed to stop what you're doing, fly down, because it's 3 days, so you're looking at least 4 or 5 for travel time and this and that and coming back and forth. It's a little hard for some people. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence if I'm able to go yet, because my scheduling got all screwed up, especially for going to Houston last week. So I don't know. I still got to figure it out. We'll see.
Yep,
I'm not going to.
And we're all quiet.
No, I was just seeing when you were done, but yeah,
I'm done.
I'm going to Tint'er Battles, and I'm like I told a couple the other events that's going on. I said, I gotta save one travels. I don't ever travel either, so I'm to bring the whole family, and from my house down to Florida, round trip for all 5 of my people, that's like $3,000.
Oof.
So
yeah, it's not cheap. We all know it's not cheap to go.
And I'm driving from Toledo, Ohio, all the way to Florida. That's a 17-hour drive probably. So that's 2 days.
Driving?
No, I'm not. Driving? I'm saying if I did.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
I'm saying if I did, that's 2 days. So.
Yeah, but driving's cheaper.
Really? I don't know.
I'm still on the fence with the whole driving. Yeah.
The store snacks get me, man. Like it's cheaper until I stop and get snacks.
So if you guys really want to look at, and this is something, because I travel so much, I'm looking at it as time versus money, money versus time. And me personally, even though flying may be a little bit more expensive, long run, it's actually cheaper because you get more time at the destination you're going to be and vice versa. That's the way I look at things, because I could have easily so my flight from Colorado to Salt Lake City, I had a 4.5-hour layover at Salt Lake City. Now, the drive from Salt Lake City to Cedar City is only 3.5, 4 hours. I could have just rented a car and drove, but the cost to rent a car versus just taking that next flight and still arriving right about the same time, it was cheaper to take the flight.
Yep.
I don't know.
I get it.
But it is what it is.
And you get better Instagram pictures too.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So, hey, what else is going on? I don't want to keep you guys from anything. If you guys got stuff to do or anything, don't feel like you have to sit here and wait for me to kick you off.
Hey, we're just glad the show's on.
Shit, me too.
Yeah. I thought this one was going to end early too, man. I was like, oh man, here we go. Man.
So last week I was supposed to do the whole announcement of coming on to Autobahn, and David Kratz is like, hey, we're going to do it right now. And I was like, oh, like right now? And I'm like, oh yeah, go for it. Well, I didn't think he was going to put it like all over everything, but he did. And so the cat was out of the bag way sooner. And that's fine. I'm totally fine with it. But then when I tried to do the show Tuesday night when we were at the, what was it called? Main event, I think.
Main event.
One, the service was horrible, just using regular data. And then their Wi-Fi was absolutely horrible. And I just couldn't get anything out. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go hang out with the team. I don't care. And I actually deleted that off of YouTube and Facebook. I was like, no one wants to see that shit. It's gone. Screw it.
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes with the live streams I try to do. With I have a horrible internet. It's just like it's content, but it's not good content. So
it's not good content, and it's like you got to figure out to draw the line. Like, should I just end it now and say screw it, or try to fix it while I'm up and running, and hopefully it fixes, and then you're smooth running. It's like, what do you do? But I mean, it's technology. This stuff happens. Service, Wi-Fi. I mean, it's iffy no matter where you're at, and we have no control over it. So it's hard to do.
Yeah, like I said, if you're not going to try to go through Restream, if you don't try to go through Restream, you could just back out of it and just go straight live from YouTube. I mean, you wouldn't have all the get-ups, but
I know, and that's something I was like that close until Haas is like, "You're fine, leave it there," and I'm like,
Dude,
"Okay, all right,
yeah,
I'm good."
I thought you were getting to the end of your rope there, man. Like, and it just
so
worked all of a sudden.
man.
Like, I was like, "Oh, sweet, it works."
Anyways, well, I definitely appreciate you guys taking time and joining. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with chats, and no one's really kind of like asking questions. I don't know if anybody has anything to ask. I mean, you got 3 awesome people right here. Tim C. Johnson, he's got a complete embroidery and shirt company and everything, and that's fantastic. Plus, you do window tint. You got Billy Murray, who is you're the one that sees everything over. I don't know who that was. I think that was Tim C. Johnson.
That's my kids in the kitchen.
You're good. And then you got Billy freaking Murray, who oversees car toys and does training for car toys. Is that correct? Right? You do some of the training for the Tinters there too, right?
I am done with car toys, man. I have moved on.
So I'll retract that statement. Okay, previously
I did for a while.
Previously,
I ran 8 stores for window tint for car toys.
Right.
Hired tinters, trained tinters, sales trainings, build outs, all that kind of good stuff. So,
right
now it's all about snap tip for me, bud. I've got other things in the works, but snap tip right now, for the next little bit is my big thing, man. Snap tip's going, and I'm just so excited about it, man.
And awesome. I'm so happy for you because I know you've been working on that for a while. And then
about a year and a half, man.
Yeah, and that's a long time.
It's a long time.
Then we got Haas. I mean, Haas is Haas. Great shop. He does live streams and talks and chats as he's tinting, which I can't do. That's for damn sure. So I mean, 3 great guys on the show, and I mean, if anybody has any questions, Kevin Rogers says 4 cool cats hanging out. Wow. Sup, guys. So it's really cool to see some of these big cats come in and
my wife just sprayed me with water.
You guys, hey, not the electronics. No, you're gonna fry shit.
Right.
Don't do that. We all know electronics and water don't mix. Please don't do that. Tell your wife to stop.
She must be watching the live stream.
Oh man.
All right, now.
I do want to go back. Mitchell Hall asked when was my thing in December. It's December 10th and the 11th.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to be there.
I think he's local to me. I think he's in like Charlotte or something. Mitchell is. I might be wrong.
Who?
Mitchell Hall.
He's in Florida.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Oh, well, never mind then. For some reason I was thinking he was.
Kevin Rogers said, Jason, congrats on the new Autobahn adventure. Haas, good to see you again. Billy freaking Murray, looks like you're doing big things. Tim Johnson, looking dapper as usual. Need to order from you soon. So,
is that on Facebook?
Yeah, for some reason they're not showing up over here. But
I'm gonna say all YouTube.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm gonna bring up the chat over on our side, so if you guys will see anything.
It looked like the chat froze again, dude. I don't see.
Yeah, I haven't seen any new chat come through.
I see him on. I'm looking at him on YouTube on my other screen.
Okay, because I'm looking on Facebook right now, and I'm seeing them on Facebook. So
okay.
I don't know. I mean, this is what happens. It's technology. Things go haywire, and I mean,
Derek had a question I want to answer real quick, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Absolutely.
Derek asked you a question about the pricing in SnapTip. So it's set up to where you go and you build out your own price list, and you build your own price list for every business. Has its own price list that it can share between its different locations. The only way he asked, is the pricing in SnapTip shareable across regions? Like, can we, peak certain areas for competitive pricing? I want to say that's like against some kind of like Fair Trade Act or something like that to talk about prices. If you're far enough away, maybe you can. But the only way to really see other people's pricing is if they were willing to share their pricing. Like if they screenshot it or showed it live or something like that. There's no way within the app to do that because I wanted to make sure that like one business didn't have access to another business information. But if you talk to someone who uses the app too, who set their stuff up, you can definitely, if you guys want to share it, that's between any two people who use SnapTip. So,
or you could always have a friend call and ask for a price on that car that you're looking to figure out what you need to be charging.
Yeah, and 4-door cars are always like a great, like, for me, like a starting point of like, you can judge most prices that shops charge. If you know their 4-door car price, you can look and you can get an idea for the rest of their pricing.
Hey, I'll tell you
what, don't know exact.
I'll tell you what, on car prices, back when I've been tinting for 11 years now. So when we first started, I always tell people that our tint prices have been exactly the same for 10 years plus. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Right? It has been. In my town, it's been the same for 10 years plus. It's ridiculous. But we used to charge for 4-door, 2-door, and then, like the Fusions have the extra windows, we would have set. And the salesmen were so they didn't know one, like your app would have been helpful, but they probably wouldn't have used it. But yeah, they would never know because the prices would be the prices would be a little bit different for a 2-door. It would have been $199 and then $219 for a 4-door. So the app would have helped, but I would assume they wouldn't open the app to see how much it costs. So.
Yeah, and that was my big hope with it, man. I wanted to the big like underarching reason behind the whole thing of doing SnapTip about the vehicle specific pricing is it has a couple of key like cool features, like I guess cool benefits with it. But the big thing was I want people to be able to hire someone who's just purely good with people and or sales, and put them up front, knowing nothing about window tint, nothing about cars. They can sell because they've got pricing right there in front of them. You teach them about the different films you offer. Like what's the difference between this one, that one, and that one is all they really need to know. They don't need to know cars at all. They just, all right, what you want what car you got? You got that one? Click. All right, cool. Here's our pricing. And then from there, it's people skills. From there. So, and honestly, a lot of tinters aren't really good with people skills. So like you need to hire your weaknesses, man. Like, play to your strengths, hire your weaknesses, man. Like if you're laying film and that's what you're really good at like you own your own business, you're laying film is what you're really good at. You need to find a way to build a team around you to where you can lay as much film as possible.
Yeah.
And then you're done doing the other jobs. You've got someone up front, and you got someone in the back, cleaning up, helping out like an apprentice type person. And then from there, now when you're actually training someone, you have time to train someone, man. Because if you're just a solo guy and you're like, hey, I want to bring a tinter, I want to train someone. What happens when you stop to answer the phone? What happens when you stop to check a customer out? Like Haas did a big thing one time about like the time it takes to do all that kind of stuff. Imagine if you're not just tinting windows, but you're also trying to train. And imagine that.
4 hours.
So now you're letting down double. I mean, you're letting your business down in multiple ways, man. So you got to hire your weaknesses, man. If you don't have a tinter to put in place, and that's who you are, then you need to hire you an apprentice around the shop, hourly paid person. And if they got an awesome work ethic, eventually after like 90, 120 days or so, start teaching them to actually work with film. You need someone up front answering your phones, man, answering leads, checking customers out, greeting people, man, like taking care of that kind of stuff, man. Like you need to be, because if you set your business that way, the more film that goes to glass, the more money you make, period, man. Even if it costs money to have someone up front and an apprentice in the back, that's going to allow you to make more money, period, man.
Not even that though. If you have somebody up front, you're also not missing those phone calls or taking too long to respond to that lead, taking too long to respond to that email or message. It's more like now rather than at 6:00 at night when you get to the house and you're like, oh, now I got to take care of all this stuff to come through.
And they've already talked to 3 other tint shops since then.
Bingo.
Yep.
That's why I like the plotter too. I mean, if you hire somebody just to plot windows out, I mean, it's good to know how to hand cut. But I'll tell you what, I heartily believe that being a solo person, having a plotter cut a half hour out of my tint job. Half hour.
Yeah.
Yes,
Same.
the plotter doesn't work all the time, but I think a half
when
hour.
it does, it's valuable. Yeah, when it works,
How much time does it save you versus
valuable.
what does it cost you? And like if it does mess up a pattern, you know, and you don't like the pattern, just hand cut. How many other times has it helped you out? How many other times has it saved you time? Has it saved you money? So,
and I'm not sure what like Autobahn or whatever, but I put flex film on, so I use all my credits for all the film I buy, and I use it towards my software. So when I use film and vinyl design, so technically it cost. I think this first year, I think I spent. I bought it for 3 months, I think, out of my own pocket. All the other ones was credit from flex film to use it. And I love film and vinyl design. So,
yeah, my first software when I had my mobile tinting business was Film and Vinyl Designs. Man, I had zero problems with them, man. I mean, obviously, and I talk to people like I feel like all the pattern companies have the same database from a certain year back and have bought from the same databases, because they all like if you go 5 to 10 years back and then further back, they've all got little problems here and there. Like none of them are perfect, man.
I've used most of them, from Tint'er, the computer cut, the precision cut. I haven't used the new Lumar one, but the final design, I've used all of them. Tint'er was probably one of my second favorites, but never used Expel one. But
yeah, I've used Film Vinyl Designs, the 3M Pattern Solution Software Center, and Expel DAP.
I think I don't think it's a flaw with the actual software. It's just the patterns being loaded in. I mean, that's just it really is. If it's not, why are you looking at the ceiling?
Because you're up there.
It's about to drop something.
What are you looking at?
You're up there.
What the hell is he looking at?
It's the Brady Bunch, bro.
Do you have a monitor up there?
Wait, oh.
I was like, what are you doing?
You built too low, son. You say the good ones go right over your head.
Don't stand up. It would have parted his hair.
All right, so Kevin Rogers says, have you guys had any problems raising your prices because of the current inflation? So I don't really tint that often, so I'm at a set price, whatever it is, and I tint maybe 4 or 5 cars a month, if that. So I don't really jack up prices or anything like that because I don't have the overhead. I don't have a shop. So that question is kind of like for you three, because you guys kind of know more. Well, not much more for Billy freaking Murray, unless he wants to talk about the prices at Car Toys prior to.
I can give a little bit. I can't talk too much specifics about it, but
no, that's okay. But if you can give some insight for anybody else, you know, if they should, if you guys had any problems or will have problems raising prices, or if anybody should raise prices.
I mean, I think you should look at your numbers in your business, man. I mean, I think the big question is, should you raise prices because you feel like you should raise prices, or should you raise prices because you need to raise prices?
That's what I did.
It's a good point to start. Like, if your film costs go up 5%, you know, for a roll of film, like, what does that mean? Your tint jobs need to go up to cover that. So if you got a roll of film that costs you 5% more, and you're doing, you know, let's say you do 9 to 10 4-door cars off of that, like, how much more do you need to make on those cars to make up for that 5%? And if it's $5 a car, like, is it worth going up? You know, are people even going to notice it if you got to charge $5 more a car? If it's, you know, $40, $50 more a car, and if it's something you got to do, man. I mean, a lot of it comes down to your branding and your sales, and just making sure that that you communicate with customers, you know, what all you offer for it. And if you're afraid of raising prices, and if you're afraid of what your customers' reaction will be if you just raise prices, find a way to add another value in there too. Maybe your prices went up, but maybe now you wipe the interior of the car down. Maybe it's just a wipe, not even a clean. Just maybe when you're done, you even wipe the dash off, because dashes get dusty, man. They don't have to be dirty, but they get dusty. Like, hey, if your car's not too dirty, we wipe your car down too, man. You know, quick little wipe or something like that. Maybe you find a way to add value as well on that. So,
or get a bottle of glass cleaner.
And not only that, but I mean, let's really look at it. I mean, 5% on a roll is not that much. It's really not, right?
5% on a roll. Some of the most expensive rolls, you're looking at like $20, $30 a roll, maybe $40 a roll. Okay. Like, that's not a lot of money.
But it's not a whole lot. I mean, it is raising the price. But if you break it down per car, I mean, we all know you can get anywhere between 8 to 10. You know, depending cars off of one roll. Let's just say a 40-inch roll. You know, if it's done right, you can get up to 10 cars on a roll, give or take. But I mean, you really going to raise your prices that much just because it went up 5%? Is it really worth it?
So when I switched to Autobahn, being that they're a oh my God, what's the word for it, Jason?
An elite
Location
brand?
based. No, location based.
It's territory.
Territory.
Yes.
Being that it's territory, you do the buy-in, whatever. The rolls of film are not significantly more expensive than what I was paying with the previous brand, but it is a little bit more. And I had some guys in the industry ask me, well, or being that you're paying more for a roll of film, are you going to go up on your prices? Not yet. And the reason being is because I have a really solid customer base right now. I've got many repeat customers. I have several new people that keep coming in, new customers all the time. Every so often, I'll get one person that'll complain about my price. And it's easy to make a sell on them because when they call and they say, hey, how much is it for a 4-door car? And I tell them, they're like, man, you're the most expensive one I've heard all day. That's cool. Well, one, when you choose us, you get 17 years of experience, right? Number two, we use a brand that will back us and you if you mess up your film, if the film messes up, whatever the case may be. Being that this brand does cost a little bit more than the previous brand that we came from, I didn't raise my prices. I could, but I'm not.
Okay, so on that note though, and even I'm reading Kevin Rogers his comment here on that, and he makes a valid point. So he says Walmart raised prices on groceries and general items, and they are a $1 billion a year company, same as Big Oil, and film prices have been raised as well. So he said, but should we eat that as a tint shop? And he makes a valid point. I mean, the cost of living's going up. So should we raise the prices for us to still live the lifestyles that we're currently living? Or do we stay where we're at and just kind of back down on our lifestyle? I mean, how does that work? I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Any one of y'all?
Well, I think if you're going to go, I think it's also a good point, and that's what a lot of people bring up is like if everything else is going up, maybe we should go up too. I think it all comes down to like, are you, I guess from a internal standpoint, are you capitalizing on that? Or like you're trying to capitalize on that idea of like, hey, everything else, I might as well kind of deal? Or is there a big reason behind it? Like, cause also like, are you consistently going up with inflation throughout the years? Cause the dollar's worth less and less, it's not a lot, but it's worth less and less as we go on. Like, are you consistently going up? Or are you making big jumps at a time too? Because that's the thing too. If you're for the past 5 years have had similar prices and then you have a price jump, one of the hardest things I saw when I was getting trained with tint was that guy went up like $5-10 on his price, and his customers who have been coming to him for 15 years would get mad because I've never paid that much for tint. It's like I'm like it's $15, man. Like, and he's just like, I know, man. I'm like, but you've made your first price increase in 15 years, dude. Like, is a big thing too. So, I think some other people bring up some points too. I see in some of the chats about like your productivity level, like how much work are you actually doing? Like, because there's different schools of thought here. So when I worked so I'm not going to go into too much detail with it, but like say like when we started at Car Toys, and Car Toys had a 30-year brand of stereos and not window tint. When we brought window tint in, we weren't known for it, so we had to hustle to get every job we could, and sometimes we're discounting those jobs to fill our calendar. So if you've got holes in your calendar, it's a little tougher to afford. Well, I'm going to go up on my prices now. Like, what if going up on those prices gives you more holes in your calendar? It hurts you in the foot. And this is the big thing I teach. Like, to me, it doesn't matter how much you're charging per car. It's more about how much are you doing a day, a week, a month, to really do it. Like I went from when I was commissioned before I went on to at Carter's, when I was commissioned before I went on to a actual the regional tint manager position. I was commission paid, and my thing was like, I want to be working all day long. I want to be producing, right? I want to be laying film to glass. That's what I get paid to do. I don't want to put it off. I don't want to be like, nah, that's not enough money for that car. I'm going to sit here. Like, okay, you're bringing me a dealership job at 45% of our retail price. but I've got nothing else going on, so I'm gonna jump on it real quick. It's just a freaking Accord or Camry. It's something straightforward. I'm gonna knock it out real quick. Standard film, get it done. Now I've at least made money during that time. Not as much as I want, but I've made money. But if you're booked, who was Derek Body mentioned, he's booked out to late August. If you're booked out a month or more at a time, then you can afford to raise your prices. And sometimes you raise them enough to where you've gone too high and you start to catch up to that date you're booked out on. Okay, well, let's bring them back down some, and you got to watch that quick because you don't want to wait too long for that because you might cause yourself some holes in your calendar, which is never good. I don't care how much money you get per car. If you got holes in your calendar, you're not doing good. This is a money for time business. So if you booked out far, raise them. And then find that middle ground some. Yeah. Sorry, Hoss, go ahead.
I was just going to say that's actually what I did 2 years ago. I was staying booked out about a month and a half, and I decided to come up on my prices, and it worked. It worked to my advantage. It was kind of closer towards the end of the summer season, and so when I raised them, nobody really said anything. But I was also it was every day somebody would call me and say, "Oh, it's only that much? You're the cheapest one that I've talked to so far." And I'm like, I'm the only one with this most experience around this area. We got to change that. And so I did. And, now people are paying it. But to bring up something that I think would be very, very beneficial that I heard Rick McIntyre talking about from Sun Distributing on one of his live shows. He said that he goes up, or when he owned a window tint shop, or if he does, I don't know. But anyway, he would go up $10 every winter season. In the middle of the season, he would jack everything up across the board $10.
Small increases, yeah.
Small increases every year, and it was in his slowest part of the year, right? But what he was doing is during those months, he would raise his prices $10, and then when customers would call and say, "Hey, do you have time to do a 4-door Honda Civic?" He'd be like, "Yeah." "Well, how much is it?" "Okay, well, it's this amount of money, but being that it's the wintertime and we're running a little slow, we're going to do a $5 discount." Okay, boom. So now he's gone up on his price. He's still making more than what he normally would have because now he's charging, say, $255 instead of the $260 that he's gone up to. He used to charge $250. He's still making more money.
So he's still in the green every time he's doing something,
right?
Like way more.
And then when the summertime would come around, what he said he would do is he'd quit offering that $5 discount because now he's starting to get booked out.
You can do those kind of things a number of ways. It's just you got to be strategic about it because if you just go balls deep and just go, all right, we were here, now we're here, it's going to throw a lot of people off. But if you do it strategically right, it could benefit you and it can absolutely make things really well for you as a shop owner. Absolutely.
Yep.
I was reading in the chats too. They were talking about like me, how I raised my prices. I raised my prices because I was on the lower end of the market in my area. So me going up, like me now, I'm at the level where everybody else was at, even though it helps me out because my film cost is a little bit more. But I'm at where everybody else is at. But I'm also hoping that other companies can bump their prices up too because they're obviously paying more.
Right, and here's the thing: is if all shops could raise up, then there's no beating each other up. Right. If everybody was just like, this is how much we are across the board, in your area, then there's no fighting of they can do it cheaper or this and that. Then there's no question. Now it's just going to be you got to sell yourself and your quality, and
networking.
That's what it right. Jordan. He made a good comment. He's like, so we're talking about gosh dang it, Rick McIntyre, because you were talking about the $5. Yeah. So $5 once you do 1,000 jobs, that's $5,000 extra.
Yep.
Right. the math is there. I mean, you can definitely do it. So,
what are you losing
gotta do it
at that point? You're not.
Exactly. You're not losing anything because you're still getting the regular price that you would normally get. It's almost like you're getting a free $5 tip.
Right.
Right. And I like to play a long game here too, man. Like, so I like to ask too, like, let's say you're booked out a month and a half, right? So you're like, all right, I want to raise my prices. If you can stay consistently booked out, you got a couple options. You got an option of raising your prices to kind of meet that demand. You know, it's supply and demand. That's just like the way economy works, right? You can raise your prices to meet that demand to kind of even that out some and find that ground. And you can stay there if you want. But I also like to look at if you're still consistently booked out a month and a half at a time, like, are you not training someone at some point to kind of bring them up through the ranks and kind of give them that, like, as an apprentice, test, like bringing them on, testing out their work ethic, seeing how excited they still are after 90 days of just kind of helping out around the shop. Like, are you playing the long game with training that with trying to increase the size of your team to help meet that demand to where you can stay booked out a month? Maybe you can take that month and a half booked out and squeeze it down some by increasing your team and get more work done, play the economy of scale a little bit differently. So that longer on over next year, when you're booked a month and a half out, you're booked a month and a half out with 2 tinners instead of 1, even if they're helping you doing a lot of the basic stuff and you're still doing like back windows and stuff like that. And they're still doing some roll up stuff like that, even tag teaming cars. Like, can you get more done at that point and play that long game a little bit differently than just, let me just raise my prices and stay here? Or do I play the apprentice route and start playing the long game here and train this person over time? Is the game I like to play.
And then you could also work that, and let's say you're paying that tinner that you hire this year. Say you're paying him 25% of the ticket, and it's, you know, he's banging workout all day long. Well, come next year, you go up on your prices and you say, look, we're going to go up on the prices across the board. But me as the shop isn't going to get that. We're going to go 5% up across the board, and I'm going to start paying you 5%. That extra 5% is going to go to you, you know, because now you're looking after your employee for like a longevity to keep him there. So you bump him up to 30% of the ticket, and you know what I mean? Like, now you've made your employee happy as well. So
yeah, but you get the greedy guys that they want that extra 5%. They don't want to give it up, or 5, whatever it is. I know that for I know that for a fact, because the company, my nephew is still the tinner over there. I trained my nephew to tint like 5-6 years ago. So he's still over there, and obviously I have my own thing going on. So I definitely agreed as part of it. And you know, it's something
totally,
that
look, I talked to a shop owner.
We all could fix.
I talked to a shop owner while we were at the Audubon dealer orientation, and I thought he was going to freak out because I said that I would be willing to pay somebody that could run circles with me. I would pay them 35% to move to North Carolina right now to run my shop pretty much. And
eventually you want him to run circles around you.
He flipped out and he was like, I know my numbers, and 30% is like, that's my back. So I wouldn't be able to do 35%. Well, who's getting that 35%? Are you putting that back in the business, or are you putting that in your pocket, buddy? Like, I love you, but no, bro. If somebody can run my business and run it efficiently, I will gladly pay them 35% of the ticket. No problem. And
that's if he's solo, or that's what he's helping, like you or somebody?
No. That would be him solo with somebody running the front.
Gotcha. I just say that because that's what we did. We didn't really split. We did at first. It wasn't a split type of thing, but it was 30% split. You know, at first when I started training him, he got this percentage, and I was here, and eventually he was getting half of the thing. And to me, I mean, knowledge is key. You know what I mean? If there's multiple tinners, I don't think somebody that's ordering film and doing all that extra stuff should be making the same as somebody else. So
you're right.
I definitely will be. Obviously, I have businesses, so I definitely will be implementing that. You know, even if it's a salary of $500 because you are doing that extra stuff. Yeah, maybe split the 30%, but make sure that person that's doing that extra stuff that has to jump off and do the paint protection or do the hood wrap real quick, You got to. If not, you're going to be like me. I was miserable, and they knew it. And I will tell every one of my customers that I was miserable, and they wanted to push 1 million cars out, and I didn't want to push out the quality that I had to push out. So
yep.
I tell people I did get fired, which it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So
right, because look at you now, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And someone said, "Where did I go?" So apparently my screen kind of froze up, so I had to bounce out and come back in. So it's all good. But you guys kept going, so we're good. Yeah, raising prices and all that stuff. It's a strategic move, and there's a lot that goes along with it. With like Haas was saying, employees, and then where to keep yourself to where the shop's still running smooth and the shop's still bringing in money, but your employees are still taking care. There's a lot to consider all over the place, especially when you're a shop owner. You just got to figure out
businesses
what the
are not
is
cut and dry.
and
there is
do
nothing cut and dry about business, man.
There's
Everywhere
not.
it is so different. Everything is so different. Every goal, like I talk a lot about, like what are you trying to accomplish? What do you want your business to look like? In 5 years, in 10 years, like because that makes a big difference. Like if you want to be a solo tinter for 10 years, then you build your business a certain way. If you want to have, you're the one tinting and just you want to tint as much as you can, then you need to build your business a certain way. If you want to have, a huge team and help develop a lot of people to help bring up new tinters in the industry, well, you got to build your business like that. Like it all depends on what you want to create. If you want 10 locations, then you got to build your first business like that. And then you go build a second one like that, like it all depends on what you're trying to accomplish, man. And it's just so much like freaking all over the place, man. It's not cut and dry.
I'm running 2 right now, so and I'm not even super busy, and it's tough. It's definitely tough.
No, it's running a business is not easy. It's not. There's people out there that they don't run a business and they see people running businesses and they're like, oh, they've got the life. It's easy. It's their company. They can do whatever they want. They got money. They got this. They can, and it's none of that. It's absolutely none of that.
It's a hustle.
I do make my own. I do make my own hours, but you see.
But right, there's always a but. I make my own this, but I'm able to do this, but there's all of that. It's super hard. It doesn't matter what it is.
Well, and a lot of us are in a time for money business, man. Like we're trading our time for money. We're trading the time it takes to perform those skills for money. So it's it's a lot of work, man.
And I think Billy, you said something like there's no book on how to like really run things or something. Didn't you say that or something to that effect? Like
something along those points, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll kind of change the subject a little bit, but kind of on that same note, I've got 5 installers here that I'm training, 5, and they all know how to tint, but they're just kind of regaining different skills and this and that. And I have a couple of them going, oh, I was never shown that way. I was shown this way. And I'm like, listen, there's no book. There's no handbook out there that says this is the correct way to tint a window. There's no book out there. And if there is, I want someone to show it to me because I've never seen it over 25 years. I don't know about you guys, but I let them know that.
Someone's trying to write one, bro. I forget his name.
I hope someone does because I want it. But what I'm getting at is just because I do one thing one way and someone else does it a different method, as long as the outcome's the same, it really doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. And that's the same thing with running a business. You're going to have things, there's going to be, hey, you really need to do it this way, but there's certain things that doesn't work for you, but works for someone else's business. There's no book out there that says this is what you have to go by.
Yep.
I've got 2 rules. When we're training our team, I've got 2 rules when it comes to tinting a car. Get it done clean, get it done in a timely manner.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
That's all I care about. Like, and it was really hard for me, but what you also do, because I mean, a lot of tinters who are also business owners have a hard time with that. Like, I want you to do it my way. And it's like no one in the world can do it exactly your way. No one has the same thought processes that you have. And if you allow them to follow those 2 rules that I like to follow, get it done clean, get it done in a timely manner. You can also learn more. Like, it's really awesome watching people and picking up a trick. Like there are people I interview that like, okay, that's cool. You want to come in, let's interview, let's see what you got. We sat down, we talk. I like your attitude. Let's see what you got on a car. Right. And I'm like, I'll see something they do, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that now. I'm gonna try that next time, man. And then I'm like, hey, try this, and they try that. Like, that's what you get when you allow people to tint cars their way, at least where they are right now, because where they are right now might not be their skill forever, but you've got to allow them to evolve, not force them a certain way to do it. You got to allow them to evolve, and it also helps you evolve at the same time.
Exactly. And Derek said the best thing, best comment right here. He said the best experience for a tinter is exposure to multitude of styles, which is absolutely true, because you pick up different things from different people. And not only that, but you can take one skill from one person and you can actually tie it into the skill that you already have and make your own way that works best for you. So I like that. Anyways, I know Haas's phone is about to die. So Haas, if you need to go ahead and get out of here. It was great having you on here.
Thanks for having me.
Ride it to the end. Ride or die.
I know you got to go.
Now,
ride or die.
I know the crappy part is I was kind of the glue that started to stick everything together. So as soon as I leave, it's gonna crumble down or whatever. But
probably. Yeah.
To the other.
Thank y'all for having me on. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, good talking with you, Haas.
Thanks, Haas.
Have a good night, brother.
Get out of here! God damn it! I'll take. Oops, I took Billy off.
That's the new stories now. Everyone's gonna make their stories like that.
But I mean, it's actually true. There's no window tinter out there, in my mind, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying this loosely. That would not take something else from someone, from another installer, and implement it into their style if it works. I mean, if it's something that just does not work, then yeah, don't use it. But there's something out there that can mesh with your techniques, that can either improve cleanliness or even speed or anything like that. There's always that chance. That's why when I go to shops, they're like, oh, the last person here didn't show me that. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, so who's right, you or them? And I was like, there is no one right. I'm just showing you a method that works best for me, and it works. It may not work for the next person. Everybody's got different ways of picking up things.
Yeah, one of my favorite things when we do hire someone on that does need a little bit of training is I'll tell them, especially if they've learned, because some people we hire watch folks on YouTube, man. They watch Matt or they watch Sean, and they'll I'll show them something. I'm like, or I'll see them doing something. I'm see what you're doing works, kind of like I want you to try this, and I don't care if you don't do it long term, but if I have to pull this card, I'll pull it. I'm requiring you to try it at least once. At least try it one time. If you like it, keep doing it forever, man. I hope it helps you out. If you don't like it, don't do it again, man.
Exactly.
And another one that I love too is like when you're showing someone something and you're going back and forth between you and another tinter, and they ask, why do you do that? There were times when I first went from a tinter to a manager doing all this like training and stuff where my answer was sometimes like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna give me a couple days. When I come back, I'm gonna come back and I'll have an exact reason why I do that. Because I've never taught before this role. And there are times where like when people ask me like, why do you do that? And I'll look at it and I'll be like, I think I can skip that step, man, and still get the same job. Like, so I'll cut stuff out. Like there are things that I was trained on that I used to do that I've cut out now. Altogether, not even like exchange for something else. I'm just like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Just because someone asked, like, why do you do that?
Yeah, when I first started, we were using a clean sprayer and then your regular hose to install. And to me, I think your soap solution is cleaning the window just enough, unless there's something nasty on it. But I cut that. We had a pump sprayer. We had bottle. We had kegs, but we would spray it with different stuff. And I mean, yeah, people do say that you got to clean your windows with a different solution. But I've been tinting for 11 years, and my job's come out very, very well.
I've been using Johnson's baby soap since day one, and I've used other soaps, because it's convenient or whatever, but I've never had any problems. No one's telling me that to use a certain prep solution and then a certain install solution, and you can't use that tool for prep because it doesn't do anything. I'm like, why not? It works the same way as that tool.
I will tell you something. I don't use Johnson's shampoo anymore. I use Tint'er, not because I get it for free. Not because I get it for free, but I use it. Like, I'm serious. I use it, and I don't ever clean my tanks out. I went a whole year without cleaning my tank out using distilled water and Tintac. That's it.
Awesome.
And my job has come out good. I'm telling you, I'm like, no gum up in like Johnson.
Sure.
And that filter is really bad.
Even some folks use like Dawn, and like, I mean, like, I've never used that, man. Like, and I'm just like, I've tried it some. I don't like it, but some people love it, man.
Yeah.
I've had people use hair conditioner, and they absolutely love it. And I'm like, hey,
smells good.
That's neat, man. That's neat. I never heard that one.
But here's the thing, though. If it still works and they're still getting the same outcome as anybody else with any other solution, then I'm not going to judge that person. I don't care.
You do have to look at the longevity of using a shampoo, though. Like maybe.
I'm using that as an example. It's like, I mean, there's probably longevity with a lot of things. I mean, there's a whole talk about, don't use Dawn or Joy because, those soaps are made to break down oils and stuff like that. And they say over time it'll, break down the adhesive side. Now, okay, it may not. I don't know. I mean, is there really scientific proof on that?
We're gonna ask Ralph. Who know?
Time to put the lab coat on, man.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's a lot of things you can use, and I mean, I've used some sketchy stuff in the past where that's all I was able to get my hands on at the moment, and I needed it right then and there, and it still works. And I mean, you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, Tinder battles. I tinted a window with just the freaking residue in that bottle, man.
Yeah,
no soap in the bottle, just soap residue and water.
Bang energy. Yep. I mean, if you got a bang stinner, if you got a bang sitting around and you got to tint a window and that's all you got, by all means, man, knock that thing out with some bang.
It doesn't work well, but we proved it does kind of work.
Yeah. Backyard tinners. I will tell you though.
Jay said we need a Tinspiracy series for the reporting squeegee, man.
That's true. That's true. I'm kind of reading the comments as we're talking. But anyways,
we need a
I'll tell you what. You guys talking about watching watching other people tint. I watch everybody's live that's out there typically. Matt's. Even though I'm probably not watching Matt's, but the people that ask you would think the dumbest question, you'd be like, that's it. And then Matt just pops off the top of his head and gives you something off of it. It's like, I never thought of it that way. And you just implement it, or you at least in the back of your head of why the Haas is the same way, so, absorb everybody that's tinting.
In the video game, man. So
to be honest with you, when I first started tinting, I watched Matt's videos of how to hand cut and all that other stuff, 11 years ago when he started. And then we were down at 44 Tools and he was in a tint competition when we were, when it was up north, we were able to do that type of stuff. But my wife hated me because we got drunk and my dumb boss didn't know how to drive, and his wife was calling and getting mad. And not my fault. I wasn't driving. I was drinking, but I wasn't driving.
I don't think you can go to a window tint competition and not see someone drinking. I mean,
I'm telling you, 44 Tools, when they had their thing, I think it was through Lumar or whatever, but I don't even know if it was, but when they had a keg ready to go.
And last year, being a competitor got you a free beer, man. Like when I got done, I needed that with my nerves, man. Like it was my first competition, dude, and like I was doing all right, but as soon as my knees started doing this, I couldn't stop. I'm like, all right, there goes my focus. I'm done. I'm out. Like I bubbles across my window, dude. Like fingers. It was bad.
First competition I did was Tinder Battles 2021. And I was 8 beers deep. I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'm still gonna do this. Watch me. But it's just fun. Man, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in on last minute. I know it's kind of open mic. What are you guys looking at each other for? You guys were literally just looking at each other for a minute.
Hey, you.
Hey.
my iPad's over there, so I was looking at the comments because it looked like we got Shady came through with a comment up there, and then down here it came through. So I was thinking the comments on our side over here was working. That's why I was checking it out. But
I don't know why it's doing this. There's no telling. Whatever. It is what it is.
Just wait. Me and Billy are looking at each other for a reason.
Well, guys, hey, we're coming up at the 2-hour mark, and I think we should probably kind of close this down because I still got to do some closing credits. Hopefully that works, but we'll see.
Oh,
but
Thanks for having me on, brother.
I appreciate you guys coming in and chatting and putting your guys' insight and info out on what's going on, and can't thank you guys enough, man. You guys definitely go enjoy the rest of your week. Tim, I will definitely try to catch you on your next live. I got it set for notifications, so when I see it, if I can jump on there, I'll jump on there. Half of the time I'm like, shit, I can't catch on because I'm doing something else. Billy, I know you've gone live a couple of times with the snap tip, and I've missed it, and I apologize because I try to catch everybody's stuff.
I'm going live like crazy, man. Watch out, bro.
I know I'm
going to be on all the time at random ass times, man.
Well, I'll be set up in here for the t-shirt on my t-shirt page. I'll be live streaming some hats. I was just trying to get my mic and I was trying to get my mic and everything going, and because I got the restream and all that type of stuff.
Good.
So trying to work on OBS.
I can't wait.
That's why I got all this fancy crap.
I know, right? It's a mess, but that's all right. It's still fun. On that note, is there anything you guys want to say real quick before I kick you guys off the show? Because I got to kick you guys off the show.
Hey, well, we haven't talked about Tint'er very, very much today. If anybody didn't know, I'm a Tint'er coach. So if you need some help, I can help you too.
Absolutely, yes. If anybody needs help with Tint'er, Tim is the guy to get a hold of. He is absolutely a coach on that. So other than that, anything else you guys want to say?
No, that's it. You guys have a good day.
I hope everybody has a great night, man. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Tim.
Cool.
And thanks, Hoss.
We'll see you, Billy. Bye-bye. See you later. All right, Billy's going. Tim, we'll see you, bud. Bye-bye. All right, then. I had to kick him off the right way. There you go, guys. There's Tint'er Tuesday tonight. A little bit of some issues because, I mean, come on. I'm on location, and, I don't have all the equipment, and I'm doing my best. So there it is. That is the show for tonight. And hopefully, oh my gosh, hopefully next week is not a shit show. Next week I do have let me look at my calendar real quick. I think it's Modesto. Yes, I got Modesto live. Modesto, that is Roberta. She's out of California, Modesto, California. She is going to be on. She is going to actually be the first female shop owner / Tinner, your Tint girl. She's going to be on the show. First one on the Tint'er Tuesday news show on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that next week. Hopefully I won't have any issues because I will be back in the studio and not doing it here. On that note, guys, that was it. We're going to do more stuff next week. Hopefully the show runs smoother, and we'll do giveaways and all that kind of stuff, and we'll have a good time. So anyways, so that's it. I'm going to run the ending credits, and hopefully it doesn't fuck up and I can save this and it's not all screwed up. On that note, you guys have a great rest of the week. I'll see you next week back in the studio with Roberta, Modesto, Window Tint live, and I'll see you guys then.